Tonight's episode of the West Coast Wrestling Connection is brought to you by
Sports Radio 750 The Game, The Pita Pit, Voodoo Donuts, The Brunch Box in downtown Portland, The Hilton Garden Inn at the Portland Airport, Beds for Less and Furniture,
and Shakers Martini Lounge.
Heavyweight champion Alexander Hammerstone.
What a way to kick things off. Last week, that man Alexander Hammerstone crowned the brand new Pacific Northwest champ, looking to add more championship gold to the Wrecking Crew. And of course, when that's going to maybe happen, we're going to be joined by none other than Mortimer Lifshitz.
You always say when it may or may not happen. Look, Hammerstone lost the legacy belt, some complicated rule. I spent the last week trying to figure it out. I don't know who wrote the rules here, but it's a little complicated. But I'm pretty sure these two guys can take care of Gangrel and Mikey O'Shea.
And their opponents.
Yo, what were you thinking? Stepping into the realm of the deadly, sinister, vampire warrior. I'm a bust that buster, crush that hustler. Stop all you suckers, leave you thugs in the
At a combined weight of 520 pounds, the one-man wrecking machine, Mikey O'Shea, and the Vampire Warrior, Gangrel. They're your West Coast Wrestling Connection Tag Team Champions.
And there they are, Mikey O'Shea, Gangrel, the Fire and the Fangs, the WCWC Tag Team Champions, who did not hesitate for a moment, Morty, to accept the challenge of the Grappler, to have Alexander Hammerstone and Grappler 3 challenge for the championship.
Never said a vampire and an Irish guy were smart, did we?
Not going to run from a fight, that's for sure. The ceremonial pre-match ritual there by the veteran Gangrel, spitting the blood, and we've got the makings of a blood feud here as Gangrel and Mikey O'Shea, fresh from the fire, they walk through the flames in that rivalry with the American Guns. When it looked like nobody could take the titles from the Guns, these two did. But what do they have left after that vicious TLC match? And now they got to take on the Wrecking Crew. This is going to be physical.
Well, and there's one other stipulation to this match, Todd and Morty. And Morty, wow, what a stipulation this is. If either Mikey or Gangrel make the pinfall and the win in this, they get a shot at Alexander Hammerstone and the Pacific Northwest Championship.
And
that's a big deal. Alexander Hammerstone has been the champion now for 1 week. And depending on the outcome of this match, next week it could be him one-on-one against one of the tag team champions. And I tell you what, that is not a position I personally would like to find myself in.
well, then don't be in that position, Jeff. It's real simple. Stay back here where you don't belong.
I don't think you will ever be in that position, Jeff Aiken.
I think you're probably
not
right.
for nothing. But this matchup, huge championship implications as the tag team titles may change hands. And if they don't, we've got the makings of an incredible Pacific Northwest title match down the line. Either O'Shea or Gangrel have a date with destiny with the champ Hammerstone. Hammerstone dropped down. Leapfrog, look at the agility, the athleticism of the champ, but O'Shea, that big wrecking ball, takes him down with a suplex into the cover, all that body weight on the champ.
It certainly doesn't take a lot for Mikey O'Shea to get rolling, to get moving. This guy has so much strength, so much agility, and so much fire in him. I don't know if Alexander Hammerstone was truly ready, truly anticipated what he was going to be facing here when he took on the tag team champions. We've got the Grappler here ringside. Morty, you've got to tell me, what did this team do to prep? This is the first time I've seen Hammerstone and Grappler 3 team together. Are you aware of what Grappler did to prepare them?
And I'm not going to tell you.
No?
No.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Look at the double team here, though, guys. The double leg takedown by Gangrel into the waiting arms of O'Shea, who scores with the big spine buster. And I think as Gangrel goes for the cover here, that's a huge point, Jeff, is the experience as a tag team. The champs certainly have the advantage there. Look for them to exploit it in this match.
Well, your champions, Mikey O'Shea, Gangrel, whoa, fast snap, power slam right there, lateral press. Just a 2 there for Gangrel, but they went through the crucible of the American Guns to become the team that they are now. G3, Alexander Hammerstone, both proud members of the Wrecking Crew. But Morty, there's a lot more to being part of the Wrecking Crew than just being a tag team than just part of the Wrecking Crew.
These guys can be decrucibled. You're talking about the tag champs, right?
I sure am.
What does that mean?
Crucible, it's a place in which a huge reaction happens that makes something bigger and better than it was before.
Todd, what does that mean?
You learn something every day here, folks, with West Coast Wrestling Connection, power personified by O'Shea. I'll tell you what it means. It means if he pins this man, then O'Shea's going to get a shot at his title. That's what it means. And Morty, we saw just how physical, how devastating O'Shea and Gangrel can be in that TLC match. How are your guys going to battle that type of physicality here?
Are you saying the Wrecking Crew is not a physical group?
Oh, yeah, well, there's physical for you right there.
What I'm talking to? What, did I miss something?
Yeah, you sure did. A little stretch to the groin area right there. We'll call it a stretch. I'll go ahead and...
Oh, that's an inner thigh massage.
Oh, inner thigh
massage. Oh. You know, you've had those done at home, I'm sure.
Those can be expensive.
I wouldn't know.
G3 in there, though, scores with the elbow. And now, to your point, Morty, with blatant cheating, although the referee's back was turned, let's call it physicality. The Wrecking Crew now in the driver's seat in this tag team title matchup that is so much more, as you mentioned.
So much more. And the crowd solidly behind Mikey O'Shea. Such a fan favorite. They love watching him. Quick tag right there. Alexander Hammerstone coming back in. And Mikey O'Shea not in the nice part of town right now.
Credit where credit's due, Morty. Your guys have turned it around.
And credit to the tag champs. They've had the belts for how long? 3 months, maybe? 2, 3, 4 months?
Going on 2 months, little past.
And they've had some great competition along the way. However, they have not faced the Wrecking Crew as a tag team until right now.
Well, we've said it here before. We'll say it until it's no longer true. Alexander
Grappler
Hammerstone. Look at that. I mean, come on, Morty. I mean, what
I'm talking to you. You tell me. You ask me a question. I look at you, and then you say, "Look what's going on in the ring." What? I see Gangrel over there. I see O'Shea throwing a punch. What did I miss?
Oh, just the grappler, choking out Mikey O'Shea across the bottom rope.
O'Shea battles back, but not often you see one shot take this monster of a man off his feet. A single clothesline by Hammerstone. The Pacific Northwest champ bringing the hammer down indeed. And for O'Shea and Gangrel, things going bad to worse. You got to have your head on a swivel with the grappler out there, and that just leads me to this. That's exactly what it's going to be like later on when 14 guys are in that ring. No friends, only enemies, every man for himself. Going to come down to 2 men who will battle for the Legacy title.
And Grappler 3 will be one of the 2. It's obvious to me.
Well, he'll be one of the 14. I have that on good authority. But I tell you what, he is in a very highly competitive tag team championship match right now, as is Mikey O'Shea, as is Gangrel. All 3 men, I understand, will be in that battle royal, giving it their all right now. You really think, Morty, that Grappler 3 is going to have enough gas left in the tank to survive 13 other men in that battle royal?
He's got a pretty sizable gas tank. It's about a 24-gallon job. He'll be fine.
Good miles per gallon there. Not quite a Prius, but working on it, I'm sure.
I didn't say it was good MPG, just got a big gas tank. Let's call it what it is.
Impressive offense, though, by G3, the snap mayor, and then that pinpoint elbow drop, 12-6 on the clock in a hurry. And you talk about the tank and what'll be left. If G3 and Hammerstone get the win in the tag team titles, they're going to be riding one heck of a wave of momentum, and that might carry them to one of those final 2 spots.
Well, you're right, Todd. It puts the Wrecking Crew, and has tagged there Alexander Hammerstone coming in as the legal man, puts the Wrecking Crew potentially in a huge power position. They've got the Pacific Northwest Championship here shortly. They could have the tag team titles, and now we're potentially going to have one of them in the Legacy Championship match, Todd. It's incredible.
O'Shea in trouble here as he tries to battle back, and what a power struggle this is. I love this one-on-one matchup in the midst of this tag team match. What a dream match between O'Shea and Hammerstone. No way, that is the biggest suplex party of all time. Lots of people on the guest list for that one as he goes for the cover now after he throws the big man, only a count of 2. How did O'Shea muster the strength to kick out of that?
How did he muster the strength to kick out? How did Hammerstone muster the strength to throw Mikey O'Shea over his head, flipping him over? I tell you what, Todd Kenley, Morty Lipschitz, the Pacific Northwest champion Alexander Hammerstone is truly a specimen.
He was a champ for a reason. Pardon me for interrupting, but you don't usually say much important anyway. I forgot what I was going to say.
Well played.
Then my strategy worked out.
Well played.
But yeah, that suplex, unbelievable. You talk about Asgard, Thor. That was Herculean to be able to take the big man up and over. And we really have the makings of history here. A title change perhaps on the way, as they have really isolated O'Shea in this matchup, Jeff.
They have Gangrel has no opportunity to even get in the ring. He almost went in to make a save earlier, but it wasn't enough. Mikey O'Shea with a big power bomb right in the middle of the ring, and both men are down. Both men are down. If this ends in a double count out, then Mikey O'Shea, Gangrel still the tag team titles. No Pacific Northwest Championship match will come of this. The count is on.
It comes down to who wants it more. Who's going to dig down a little bit deeper, find that something extra. Right now, the lead goes to Hammerstone. He made the tag first, but Gangrel checks in, and the veteran is hungry for blood.
Here we go. We've got the Wrecking Crew sends Alexander Hammerstone to the outside. Bulldog headlock takes down the Grappler 3. Gangrel, he's feeling it all. He's feeling it. He is big. Mikey O'Shea on the apron. He's outside. This could be it. This could be a successful title defense, Todd.
Scoop and a slam there. Gonna wind it up. Yep. Just classic Gangrel there. That's what brought the vampire to the dance. Dancing with the devil, perhaps. O'Shea, the big man, comes in, just clubs Hammerstone. This thing breaking down. Referee's got to get two guys out of there. And I got to think Gangrel maybe going to think Impaler. Yep, he's going for it now. It could be the beginning of the end. Put the spike through his heart.
We've got the Grappler on the ring apron. And now Gangrel's got his hands on the Grappler. And Grappler 3 loads that boot. He loads the boot. No, Todd, this can't.
Not this way. They're going to steal it. They're going to steal the titles.
Yes, they can.
Here's the 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
My God.
They score.
Winners and new West Coast Wrestling Connection Tag Team Champions, Grappler 3 and Alexander Hammerstone, the Wrecking Crew.
With championship gold comes power and influence, and this is becoming a vulgar display of power for the Wrecking Crew. History made 2 weeks in a row.
Whose hands were raised in victory, Todd and Jeff.
There they are, your new champs. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with more unbelievable, more right after this.
Can't wait. Battle Royal still to come.